Growing up, we were all taught that Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur are a time for self-reflection, a time when we are encouraged to evaluate our past, focus on our present, and commit to how we intend to move forward. It is our opportunity to begin anew. In essence, we are given the chance to be introspective, reshape our goals, and partake in our own personal and spiritual journey. Journey is defined as the act of traveling from one place to another. But one's spiritual journey has been described by some as a quest, meaning that we set out to discover something, not just anything, but commit to discovery about who we truly are. One's journey plays a significant role in Jewish history. Many of our patriarchs and matriarchs embarked on their own individual physical and spiritual journeys. In a few weeks, we will be reading the Parsha Lech Lecha. It is the story of God instructing a 75-year-old Abraham to leave his city and his father's home and to go to the land which God will show him. Abraham and his wife Sarah, along with their nephew Lot, leave Haran and travel to the land of Canaan, where God reveals himself to Abraham and tells him that he will give the land to Abraham's children. God says, Vayomer Adonai el Avram, Lech lecha me'artzecha, umimeladecha, umibeit avicha, el haaretz asher arecha. And the Lord said to Abraham, go forth from your land and from your birthplace, and from your father's house to the land that I will show you. God does not just simply say, Lech, go. He tells Abraham, Lech lecha, go for yourself. There is reason to believe that God is not simply telling Abraham to go on a physical journey, but rather to go on a spiritual journey, where he will begin to understand himself and formulate his understanding of God. My spiritual journey was greatly impacted as a young girl visiting the home of my grandparents in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. As the granddaughter of a cantor, I spent many Shabbat dinners and holidays being exposed to the fundamentals of Judaism. I heard the full chanting of the Friday night Kiddush, sat through late-night seders that were led mostly in Hebrew, and spent weekends with my grandparents, observing the rules of Shabbat, including walking to shul. My grandparents' love of Torah was instrumental in shaping my path and connection to Judaism at an early age. My spiritual journey was enhanced through my family's membership at Congregation Adas Jeshurun in Elkins Park. Synagogue was at the heart of my family's life. In addition to going to Hebrew school 3 days per week, we attended services every Shabbat morning. I spent those mornings learning, along with my friends, to read and chant Torah cannillation, and became an avid Torah reader and eventually became a gabbai. My family and I kept kashrut and spent every Friday night dinner at home together, welcoming in Shabbat. My parents were leaders in our synagogue community and were committed to my sister and me becoming active members as well. My spiritual journey, like any, has some twists and turns along the way, but my ties to Judaism remain constant through experiences like studying abroad and living in Israel and tutoring bar and bat mitzvah children. Many years later, my journey eventually brought me and my family to Ohev Shalom. I started here as a B'nai Mitzvah tutor, later enrolled my children, Sam and Jake, in the preschool, and quickly became connected to this dynamic congregation. My love for this community grew through my involvement in various committees and board positions, and my commitment intensified. My passion for giving back to the community and my journey to taking on the role of president have been strengthened through the work that I have done and the relationships that I have formed with so many of you. My journey has clearly been positively impacted through my connection to Ohev Shalom. It is my belief that the role of all synagogue communities is to awaken and enhance each congregant's spiritual journey. It is our responsibility to create opportunities where you can pursue your interests and develop your passions. Each of you are on your own personal journey. The path that led you to Ohev Shalom is likely different from mine and from many of the people sitting in this congregation today. But what is paramount and ties us all together is that we were all brought to a shared place, a place that resonates to each of us in a different way, but brings us together as one. Look around you. Each of us brings a different history and life story with us. Whether you grew up with a religious or secular background, whether you have young children or great-grandchildren, or whether you are a founding member of the congregation or a new member, we are all connected with at least one common thread. OHEB is the community that we have each selected to be our spiritual home. It is my hope for this new year that we can encourage each of you to get involved, get connected, and allow us to help shape and share in your experiences. Let OHEB Shalom be part of your continued journey. I invite all of you to come out to our Be a Part of OHEB Fair this Sunday, October 16th, where representatives from many of our synagogue groups will be present to meet with you and help guide you regarding how you can get involved. I urge you to push down your Count Me in the Minion tab on your High Holiday ticket and commit to coming to a few minions during the year to help us cultivate a community dedicated to praying together and being there for one another in times of need. I encourage you to contact Adam Berkowitz and Alice Heller, board members overseeing membership, and volunteer to be a buddy for one of our newest members. Making OHEB part of your journey will look and feel different to each and every one of us. Maybe it means helping build our sukkah this weekend, singing in our choir, cooking with Bubby Gourmet, being a member of one of our auxiliaries, coming to an adult education program, or coming out to an occasional Friday night service. What is key is that OHEB is here for each of us to connect to and enrich us in our own way. Your personal involvement in growth can and will significantly impact our entire congregation. Collectively, our experiences will continue to transform us and strengthen who we are. I want to extend my appreciation to each and every one of you for your membership, dedication, and love for OHEB Shalom. I would also like to thank all of you who have already responded to our annual Shalom Appeal. It is our hope that we will have complete participation from the entire congregation so that we can be as successful as last year. As you know, reaching and surpassing our appeal goal is a crucial part of our meeting our budget and maintaining continued financial strength. Each and every one of your gifts matters, is valued, and makes a difference. Shortly, we will also begin discussing a new endowment campaign chaired by Hetty Hoffman. It is our hope that through your support of these initiatives, we will be able to continue our OHEB Shalom journey and secure our position as a vibrant presence in the Jewish community for years to come. I want to express my appreciation to Rabbi, Cantor, Barbara Glickman, Susan Garber, and Hillary Lieboff for all the dedication that they put in each and every day towards creating an atmosphere that is warm, inclusive, and exciting. Many thanks go to the administrative staff, Paula, Ruth, Ellie, Elizabeth, Ronit, and Shari, for all their support and collaboration. I also want to recognize Craig Goldman and his entire staff, Nick, Alex, Amin, and Darren, for all the work that they constantly do to make our OHEB Shalom home beautiful. May this year be one filled with joy, love, peace, and health for you and your entire family. I wish each of you a year following in the footsteps of Abraham, pursuing your goals, and making OHEB Shalom part of your journey. On behalf of my family and the officers and board of directors, we wish you, our OHEB Shalom family, a Shana Tova U'Mitzuka. Shana Tova.
Yasher Koach, Rachel. Thanks for a warm, beautiful, meaningful address.